let's have a look for the second database. So user registration database, that's we created already, and then this is our user registration database now, geospatial database. So we got the same thing here, the schema, and this is the public schema. There's the same functionalities there still because we need the geo functionality extension. So this is the 11 tables, additional tables for other purposes, for the big tables for other purposes. So it's the buildings information. If you see the building information is there, so all the is clearly really properly mapped and designed, and it's properly primary key foreign key relationship is properly done. This is the buildings, and this is the floors, and this is our geometry objects, as I said, in geometry object, and this is our plot informations, exactly the plot informations, and then this is our unit information. That's a unit. And additional one, this other purposes. This is the really from the OpenStreetMaps. I put this data into my further geoprocessing task. This is additional OpenStreetMap OSM, OpenStreetMap building informations, building filter informations, and the primary roads, secondary roads, and then so on and so forth. Let's have a look for some queries for this database. So if you saw this, I created this database, extension, I did all the extension that I need for the geo processing. If you don't need this extension, but at least you need this to create extension PostGIS and then this extension, and it's work. I have some application to build the sequence in the database level and call the sequence into the Java client and build the necessary information. And here some examples. So you see the plots, maybe buildings information is something there. So 2 buildings is there, plots, is it something there? Yes, 2 plot is there, floor. So I did some test. Yes, this works by a Postman after my development and deploying the microservices, and this is something there. And there is a 5 example is here. So with the geometry information, it's expecting, and this is additional information that last from the geometry objects. Maybe here some query for my OpenStreet data sets. You see the OpenStreet data set. Now maybe you can query it something. Select start from roads, right? And the roads informations. Yes. May take times. Maybe we can take it offset. Really more data set is there. I'm not too expert in the, okay, this is quicker. So you see the information that I have it in the relational database from OpenStreetMap, OSM ID, name and reference and type of the geometry, residential type, residential road types, and that is the complete geometry object. So you see the with projection information, geometry, and then all information is there. So is it there additional informations? No, there is a OSM buildings. So maybe OSM buildings, we can query it. OSM buildings. So OSM buildings information. So you see that the OSM ID, that's I mean the my object models. You can store this additional ID from the OSM map, and then history and name types, and then so on and so forth. And you see that the all type of information, and then its coordinates located. That's I said in my last TypeScript based in there are many mapping application with time date and grails, and then you can visualize this information into the database. So that means somehow that's the good questions. How can you import the shape files or other vector files into the database? This is the most important part you need to be think about. That's normally I use the PostGIS import functionalities, and it's automatically import the geometry. So you got the idea what I mean. So you have to prepare your backend server before you create your Java application, you need to create the database and then necessary extension, and then use your database name and username, password. That's you. I already got it. What I mean into the your application.properties files in here. You need to be set this one. I will show you the later how we can set up. I already set up this one informations. And then you have, because we running two microservices with two backend servers, and this is our spatial backend server, and this is the user registration backend server. So that means there is a two databases is there. So this is this database and this database. That in other cases I have many application for running for different Rails-based applications. So just means just follow my channels and continue the watching the projects developments. I will continue from the very beginning to the final level for these projects. That means to expose those endpoints for user registrations and all the objects endpoint registration, object registration process, and build it externally configure with the Spring Boot profile and deploy these REST APIs into the different machines or client machines and call the REST endpoint depending on the which front-end technology we are trying to use, or at least I will try call this front-end technology Timeleaps or GSP or Rails, or even though in Angular depending, or React front-end technology to use it. This one. Just stay with that. Just subscribe the channel, share the channel with your friends, and integrate my ideas and concept, and share also your ideas and concept into my channels, and I will try my best to share with you my ideas and concept, and then we can do better way. And now I say goodbye, bye bye, and stay with us. Thank you. Bye bye.